This is 90 minutes that I'm never going to get back. Hello, I just saw the new Netflix film Awake, starring Gina Rodriguez. And, so to summarize, Awake is about a random event that occurs where all the electricity in the world is completely shut off, and the byproduct of this, for some reason, is that after that, nobody can sleep anymore, or they'll die if they fall asleep. I know what you're thinking. Yes, that sounds like a pretty terrible premise for a movie that you shouldn't watch, and you'd be right. This is 90 minutes that I'm never going to get back. There are only two people in this universe who can still sleep after this weird no electricity thing, and one of them is a completely random, arbitrary character with no real significance to the plot, and the other one is Gina Rodriguez's daughter. So, very convenient. Thank goodness there was a second person. I don't want to be overly negative here on this channel, so I'm going to start with some of the positives about this movie. Gina Rodriguez is really good. She's a really good actor. In some scenes in this film, seems like maybe she's overacting a little bit, but some of that is sort of on the director, who, you know, could always stop the scene and adjust to where things are going, but whatever. Overall, she's really good. Overall, her daughter, and her son in this film, which were pretty much the only characters, aside from some other ones who aren't really ever that important, they're all really good. So from a performance perspective, great job doing your job. You could say that there is another silver lining here. There are a couple of action sequences in this film, one at the very beginning where they are drowning in a car, and another one, actually they all take place in cars. Another one is where they're trying to get away from some people. Those are great. And it's like, I don't know what happened, because these two scenes are shot so well that they almost seem completely unrelated to whoever else was in charge of the rest of this movie, because it almost seems impossible to watch those scenes and go, yeah, let's make sure we only do this twice, because they're so well done that you think they would want more of the movie to look like those scenes. The way those scenes are directed, they're chaotic and they're frantic, and they give you a lot of anxiety as they're happening, and that's great. Unfortunately, that's kind of where the compliments end. That this movie is a complete dumpster fire that has no idea what it is, what it wants to be, or where it's going. And it's frustrating because when it wants to be really good and make you anxious, it does. Unfortunately, it doesn't do that very often. One of the big problems with a story whose inciting incident is something so mysterious is that you've got to have an answer. I believe, and I saw this with a movie a while ago on Netflix named Cam, of some horror film, or some AI was like creating, other versions of people. Sorry to spoil the whole movie if you hadn't seen it. But what came about in that film is that it was clear they had a good idea for what would start a movie, and then they just had no answer as to why it was happening. And, I guess minor spoilers for the 12 people, including myself, who are going to watch Awake. That's sort of what happened here. They had an inciting incident that was mysterious, and even the characters are like, we don't know why this is happening. And then they just don't explain it, ever. Like, the movie ends, and we still have no idea why any of this is happening. It's disappointing. It's really, this is I tried not to look at the reviews until the movie was over, because this movie is really boring. And some of the dialogue is just, who is writing this? What is the tone that they think they're going for? Because it's not working, whatever it is. Aside from the fact that Jane should have picked Michael, I don't know what's going on with Gina Rodriguez in some of these movies. She was in Miss Bala, which also didn't do very well. She's trying to do like action stuff, it seems, or I don't know, just more dramatic. She was great in Jane the Virgin. And I don't know if we're experiencing like this is sort of what Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson had to do, where he took all these crappy movies until they started giving him real movies to be in. Maybe that's what she's doing. Maybe her agent is saying, look, this movie sucks. It's going to be bad whether or not you're in it. So take the part, take the money, build up your film cred, and we'll take it from there. I pray that Gina Rodriguez has better overall judgment in projects than this, because Awake is bad. This is a film that will waste your time. Nothing happens in this movie until maybe 10 minutes left, like actually nothing, like nothing relevant, nothing necessary. You could have cut out probably a good 50 minutes of this 90-minute running time. And so maybe they had a short film and they just tried to stretch it out. I don't know. This is bad. This is a bad movie. And it's too bad because, like, the trailer was intriguing and it seemed like they had something, but beyond the first 10 minutes of the movie, they have no idea where this is supposed to be headed. They don't have a statement they're making. There's nothing here.